There she is. That's Marlene Warren. And there's Sheila Keene Warren. Sheila Keene Warren arrested in 2017 for the murder of Marlene May Warren. Now, they're not related. They just both, at some point, were married or are married to Michael Warren. You see, Marlene was married to Michael, and then Sheila, according to prosecutors, shot and killed Marlene, and then moved on and married Michael. So Sheila and Michael still together, but not really together because Sheila's been locked up. Now, Michael hasn't been charged with anything, denies any involvement, and says that Sheila Keene didn't do it. They should be looking for some a hitman somewhere that may have done it. He says there might be evidence of that. We may hear about something like that at trial. I'm not sure what the defense is going to be. However, what we do know is that Sheila married Michael after Marlene was murdered, and now she's been locked up for 5 years, and she's been writing some love letters that I want to take a look at in a second. First, I want to introduce our guests who are joining us. Tonight, in Los Angeles, California, forensic psychiatrist, trial expert witness, and columnist of Inside the Criminal Mind, Dr. Carole Lieberman. Dr. Carole Lieberman, what did you hear from Sheila Keene's love letters?
Well, I see it a little differently. I see it as she's trying too hard to convince him that she will be his loving wife forever. She doesn't want him to take up with another woman, in other words. You know, she was his mistress when he was married to Marlene, and she doesn't want that to happen to her. She doesn't want him to forget her. And I think there's also something else that, you know, Marlene had told her parents that if anything happened to her, that they should look at Michael. You know, he would have, it was him who did something to her. Now, he has an alibi for that particular time, but you know, it's funny, he said, I think a hitman did it. There are also hit women. And I think that's what the killer clown did. I think they were working in cahoots, really. And she's trying in these letters to cement that, to like remind him of, you know, their close bond and so on. She is like what really is fascinating is that she is like, she put a clown twist on the Long Island Lolita story. You know, Amy Fisher, she had an affair with this man who also had a business with cars. He was he was a body shop owner, Joey
Buttafuoco.
Yes, you remember him. And this man, Michael, is a car rental or whatever. He does something with cars too. So Sheila did, you know, she came up to the door, albeit dressed as a clown, and she shot the wife in the face, just like Amy Fisher did. So, and the reason why I think that's germane is because apparently in prison, she has been reading romance novels and reading murder mysteries, you know, crime stories. And of course, she is the embodiment of both of those. And so I think it's not far-fetched to think that before she did this crime, over the years when the whole Long Island Lolita thing was happening, that she was paying a lot of attention to that.
She very well may have. This is Marlene's son, who was 20 years old at the time, but was at the home with some friends when that doorbell rang. And the clown shot and killed his mother. Yeah, I mean, he's been waiting a long time, Dr. Carole Lieberman, for this moment. And finally, it's going to happen. I think he probably believes others may be involved. At least one other may be involved, but has not been charged. What are your thoughts about what that's going to be like for Joe Aarons?
Well, you know, on the one hand, it's going to be really hard facing all these memories again. On the other hand, it could be very cathartic. You know, perhaps he thought that it was a man just because, you know, because men, it's usually men who are clowns, like in the circus and so on. But I thought what he remembered the most about the clown was that they had brown eyes, which presumably Sheila has. And so, you know, I would say that would help. But, you know, the connection is her husband had said she was having the marriage was falling apart, and the husband was in fact he had hit her and so on, And he didn't want to divorce, though, because he didn't want to lose half of what they had acquired. And most of the property was in her name. So that is how Sheila comes in as the potential hitman, that, you know, she wants a relationship with him, first of all. And what better way, in some way of thinking, to get his attention, to get his love, to get his appreciation forever, than to, you know, take care of his wife so that he gets all the money and they can be together. You know, it's really, it really is, of course, incredibly sad, but it's a really interesting dynamic between the two of them, because both of them, assuming that this is true, both, you know, he knows that she holds all the cards in the way, Sheila does, because yes, she's in jail, but she could tell the fact that he knew that she was going to kill his wife or something like that, if in fact that is the case. So it's an interesting dynamic between the two of them.
Absolutely. Dr. J.D. Lacey, Dr. Carole Lieberman, appreciate your time and insight tonight. We'll see you again really, really soon. Thank you.
Thank you.